It is rumored that the mysterious Count de Saint-Germain had mastered every art, a true Renaissance man. It is also rumored in various parts of the world that the Count de Saint-Germain invented the notorious crossover. Although not much is known about Count de Saint-Germain, it is hypothesized he was a courtier and was likely influenced by Baldassare Castiglione, author of the Book of the Courtier. In addition to this, Count de Saint-Germain was often pictured in royal courts. It is known that Count Saint-Germain enjoyed sport and liked to stay in top physical fitness. On top of this, he was a very skilled craftsman, enjoyed making wood sculptures and wooden art pieces. Count de Saint-Germain was known to be very ahead of his time, and possibly influenced many technological advancements and movements, even today. But to truly understand Count Saint-Germain, you must understand the time period he lived in, but therein lies the problem. Historians believe he was born in the early 1700s, but there are also many reports linking to him being born around the time of Christ. We talked to historian Tyler Jared about the origins of Count Saint-Germain. While not too much is known about the origins of Count Saint-Germain, it's very possible that he was part of a disgraced royal family, because he knew how to play lots of instruments, he knew a lot of languages.
La bonne c'est la vie. Bola est vida. Bon es Leben. Labda elet. Mik je zivot. Sar omir. Mer zigem. Lopta je zivot.
I was definitely very well educated in the fine arts, but no one knows where, and it's very hard to tell because many historians disagree about what he actually looked like. It's also known that Count de Saint-Germain was very skilled with the sword and won many awards for it. English historian Jamie Vardy brings in an alternate possibility. My opinion on Count Saint-Germain is that he was working in his alchemy lab and he'd found, per se, a fountain of youth, like a potion he'd made, and it gave him eternal life. And that's why he can be found in many paintings and etc. around the world. Could the Count possibly not be from this planet? Thea Walcott explains. I believe that the Count de Saint-Germain was an alien. Could Count de Saint-Germain be an alien? Probably not. Well, could he be a time traveler? Again, probably not, but what could explain his multiple appearances in different time periods? In almost every painting or photograph taken of Count de Saint-Germain, he appears to be in his mid-40s, and this is why many people believe that he discovered the secret to alchemy, or discovered the Philosopher's Stone, which could give him eternal life. One interesting thing to consider about Count Saint-Germain was Madame de Pompadour, the mistress of King Louis XV of France, met him in Venice in 1710, and then was 50 years later in France, met him again, except he did not age a single year. Here are some more interesting facts you may want to know about Count de Saint-Germain. Count de Saint-Germain was a very established violin player and painter. Count de Saint-Germain was very interested in the sciences, especially alchemy. He was assumed to be a man of great wealth, but did not have any known bank accounts. Apparently, his diet consisted of just oatmeal. Count de Saint Germain had a very large knowledge of diamonds and knew how to even fix diamonds. Supposedly, Count de Saint Germain was in many secret societies, such as the Illuminati. Could Count de Saint Germain be a part of the Illuminati? De Saint Germain really in the Illuminati? Probably not, but many people with similar stories to him have also been linked with being in secret societies like the Illuminati. Count de Saint Germain still has relevance today, as there's a Paris suburb named after him. Also, many books were written about him, and he also wrote a book himself. In 1760, Giacomo Casanova said of Saint Germain, he was an extraordinary 300 years old, and that he knew the secrets to universal medicine and universal alchemy. It is also said that he was able to predict the future, and in 1774, he was very good friends with Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, and he allegedly warned that a revolution would come 10 to 15 years in the future. In 1821, a man by the name of Major Fraser had an encounter with another man who wrote of him, saying that he never alluded to his family, and he disappeared without a trace. Could Major Fraser actually be Count de Saint Germain? One possible origin story is that he was the son of a Transylvanian king, and this is possible as many people who have met him hate him or love him. Many people who met him described him as very mild manners, while others described him as crazy. There are many differing accounts of who the real Count Saint Germain was. Was he born in 300 AD or in the 1700s? We may never know who the real Count de Saint Germain was.